We were once so satisfied, but life goes on and you change your mind. Beauty always fades in time, and the more we grow, the less you will shine. Grasp on to simplicity. Words no longer comfort me, and the path you walk so gracefully is overgrown, so you cannot see. And the more we search, the less you achieve. Open your eyes, you've said goodbye. It's easier to run than ever to fight, and promises fade as you realize the beauty always fades with time. And the more you grow, the less you do shine. Yeah. I was just a child when I saw you there. You taught me how to find sections that just don't care. And through your lens I saw beauty and hidden words. I couldn't help but stare into your green eyes. So many years have passed since I walked that path where times await in every shadow cast, and evil lies behind misleading mask. Take every pearl to stare into your green Safe and sound in its shell, my hope it never fell to return once more. A pirate's network win the war. We'll fight for freedom of System 3 alongside such diversity. Though not the same as I once saw, revealed to me what came before. Healers that we once again I stare into your green eyes. There we go. No, it's not. Okay. Right, it's not the best setup, but I'll try and do better in the future. Hi guys! So, we have just come back from university and we seriously need to figure out what game we're going to be making for this year, so next week we can just get on with it. Let's turn on the light, one sec. You can introduce yourselves.
I'm Tab. Hi, I'm Tiff. That's quite.
You might have seen a video on my main channel, YagmanX, about, well, girls in gaming, I think it was. Yeah, like making a game behind the scenes, all that kind of jazz. So that was with these girls, Tabitha and Tiffany. Their links are in the description below if you want to find out more about them. And yeah, so yeah, this channel is very new. Not many people know about it yet, but I don't know, we'll be doing this often, just live streaming, just chatting about how it's going, and yeah, doing some like update videos in like a normal YouTube style as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so hey Mr. T. Layton, thank you for joining. And there's another person, thank you for joining. This is so different from my normal streams, yeah, it's slightly awkward. I'm feeling like a little bit ill as well, so I'm not my usual peppy self, but it's okay, because we're just catching up on our game things. I need to close my window. It's way too loud. The cars. Okay. So as for job roles, I'm gonna be the games designer again. So game designer kind of comes up with the concept for the game, the atmosphere and everything else, kind of like the narrative, and then codes it, and also the project manager. I really don't think that's what a game designer is. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like a lot of things to be.
It is, isn't it?
Like, I could have swore that there is like an actual project manager, but
yeah, I guess three
in uni, I guess.
team.
Yeah. You've hit this. I keep on. Hey, Adonis! Are you excited to learn about game dev? So are we! We're in third year though. Look, when I went to EGX, there's this little thing called Perfect Dates.
Cute.
And they gave me like a tattoos.
stick-on tattoos, and this one's hilarious. He's like a really fat ginger cat, and I really want to come into uni with like ginger cat on my head or something. But anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna be game designer again, and you guys.
I'll be character designer and the environment artist.
Yeah. If you can't hear us, let us know. We'll turn the microphone up because it's quite far away. Like they're saying hi to each other. That's so cute. Okay, so I'll probably do a follow-up video after this because I wanted your idea. I wanted this to be kind of like community-driven game dev year thing. So you can follow us from the whole concepting stage of the game all the way through to like making it and things. And if you think, I don't know, there's something cool to add to the game or whatever, then, you know, let us know. This is great. I will be doing a pop-up video after the live stream, but hey, you know, you're here with us in the live stream. Tiff, your head is covered up. That green box, by the way, is if you wanted to like do the fan chat, or if you subscribe to this channel during the time that we live stream, your little name will pop up. But let's move it over so that Tiff's head is like actually
you're not blocked.
in. Oh, it's just gonna fall back.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry.
Oh, you're kind of in. Do you want to just budge up?
Oh.
This is why I need a pencil. Okay. Right. My pillows. I want more pillows.
Don't you have enough?
Nope. Yeah, so should we tell them the ideas that we've been thinking about so far?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you weren't here the other day, but Tiff and I were talking about more ideas.
Okay.
Well, not more ideas.
Just
but
like rounding it off.
Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night thinking about an idea. But where do we start? So we've got a whole year for this, so I want to like challenge myself, but at the same time, it's obviously we're gonna get graded on this. So if it's, I like a challenge, and we did the Google Cardboard game last year, which I know I still haven't let you guys play yet, but I will be releasing it at the end of October, so that'll be something for you guys to look out for. It's a Google Cardboard game about sleep paralysis. I don't know if any of you heard me ramble on about it or watched our last video with us chatting about it, but you'll be able to play that later. So anyway, that was interesting because none of our lecturers had made a mobile VR game.
Yeah.
I pretty much installed the dependencies on my own MacBook. Yeah, I said MacBook. And did it all myself. And this year, I'm thinking, you know, it's my last year of uni. I want to make the most out of the uni software available. Because I love both of these ideas and I want to do them both. But I know I can't do them both this year, but then which one would be more feasible to do outside of uni? And then Tiff and I were talking, we were saying, you know, you never know what's going to happen after uni, we could start our own business, why not? Because when I went to EGX, I don't know what you want, like obviously you might not want to do that, but when I went to EGX, there was a company called Oddbug Studio, and their game, The Lost Bear, only took them 6 months to make, and I was like, your game's awesome, because it was a VR game. It was really good. I was like, it's so good, how'd you make this in 6 months? And it's because it was an idea they had while they were in uni, and then they went off and did their own thing for I think they said 6 months or a year or something, and it got back together and then actually worked on the game. And I was like, oh, you know, that's something that maybe we could do. We don't have to, but I just don't see why after uni we have to stop making things, basically. That's my point. But I'm rambling.
Even like as a little side project.
I know I'm going to carry on making things.
Cool.
I think I'd be sad if I stopped.
Good at it.
But like, it's cool to have a team, and I'm so used to making things on my own, it gets pretty lonely.
Aww.
But it's not just that, but it's like, it's difficult to make a whole game on your own, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of things.
And I don't really enjoy the 3D modelling things, and you guys do, which is great, because I'm just like, you do that, you have fun.
It's funny.
You know.
It's true. Works well.
because I more enjoy the coding and stuff. So I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this is the last year I have modelers at my disposal. But anyway, yeah. So we have two major ideas. We're thinking we want to keep it in the kind of VR AR realm, just because that's where the hype is. That's what everyone's loving now. And I was reading an article on it, and they were saying something like in 2020 that the VR industry is going to be worth like, well, ridiculous amounts of stuffs. Yeah. Figures.
Great description.
But basically it's just, everyone loves VR and AR, and I love it too, and I don't know, like, what are you guys' thoughts?
It's great. It's growing, isn't it?
Yeah.
New stuff.
I just want to make something that makes people go wow, and it's like,
Yeah.
wow, these students, they didn't just go, oh, we're game students, we're going to make Mario. Like, not that that's bad if you want to make Mario, but I want to show that we've like pushed the boat out, and
A bit different.
I don't know. This is the only thing with working with me though. I would rather try something out of the box and maybe fail a little bit than stay in my safety zone and get like top marks. But that's just me as a person, and I think that shows an employer more stuff.
Yeah.
It's in my opinion. So anyway, so AR, augmented reality, it's, you know what that is, right? So it's like when you look through a device, like a tablet or a phone, and you see the real world, but you also see stuff implemented onto the real world. So what we were thinking was to make an augmented reality comic book, and this comic book could be based around my nightmares. Like, if any of you follow me on Twitter, you know that I write a lot about my nightmares, and a lot of you have been saying that it's very much like Goosebumps. So imagine Goosebumps. Do you remember the Goosebumps books? Imagine Goosebumps, but with augmented reality, and when you look through your phone at this comic book picture of the nightmares, it all kind of like pops up, and you can interact with the stuff. And I was looking into Google, I get them confused because there's Apple Core and Google. Do you guys not know?
No, not.
It was
No, can we
Apple. The two main AR things. There's
It's
obviously
that
there's
AR
an
kit,
Apple one.
yeah.
Yes, Apple AR Kit and Google AR Core. Thanks, Tabs. So that's the one. Hey Joker, comics are awesome. Thought you'd like the comic. So yeah, and I haven't really looked into AR Kit, but I was looking at AR Google Core, and it knows when the lights are on and off and stuff like that. So we could make you have like a different experience reading the comic book in the dark and in the light, which could be pretty cool. And make for like weird jump scares and stuff like that. Yeah, and basically the phone can tell whereabouts on the comic book you would be looking. So for instance, if we had say something 2D drawn, and then we looked at it through the phone, that 2D thing could then turn into the 3D thing. So say it was, a wardrobe closed, and then you look at the wardrobe, and then it opens up in like the 3D world, and something jumps out. The only thing with this is that, and the more that I think about it, I think it's really, really cool. I love it. I think I could incorporate my music in with it as well and stuff like that, because obviously audio could come through the phone. But we would have to make a physical comic book, which means a lot of drawing, which I'm fine with. I don't mind so much. However, there would also be a lot of code. And you guys both want to get out of this year. Well, I mean, I think you want to get out 3D, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
This is your chance. What do you want to get out of the end of this? Like, when you finish this year, what do you want to be able to go to an employer and be like, I am good at this?
Yeah.
3D.
You want to do environment stuff, so props, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd rather be like characters and like them be polished, I guess is the word. Like to a professional standard.
Yeah, like have a good portfolio.
Yeah.
For it all.
So I don't know if, I mean, I think the comic book idea is like super cool, and I definitely want to, like, if we don't do it now, I want to store it away in my head for another day. And I think it could be really cool because it could potentially be something that I could like sell to these guys or just like give away, you know.
It is a good idea.
Like go to events and stuff and have it there. And then also, you know, we were thinking of having little pages for us to show our little characters and whatever. But the more I think about it, I'm like, I don't know if it really shows what we want to be known for.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I'm overthinking everything. It's really difficult. Hey, Gabe Duck. I mean, if you guys have any opinions on what we're chatting about, please say it, because this is one of the reasons why we're sharing it with you, because I overthink everything, and I know these are good ideas, and then I find it really difficult to stick to one idea though, because I get all these different ideas thrown at me.
My glasses.
Had to refresh as it got stuck on the starting stream screen for some reason. That's annoying, Mr. T. Layton. But yeah, so that was the first idea, the AR comic book, the comic book with pictures just like a comic book. You look at it through your phone and you can interact with the pictures. So if there's a wardrobe, you can open the wardrobe. If there's this, there's that, there's that, there's that. I was thinking either it would be about my nightmares. So I think the recent one that I had was about that hidden cupboard in the wall where that boy opened it and there was like a flashing red light, and then he opened it and you could see this heart like beating inside. That could be pretty cool because you could have the book and then the book flashes and then maybe you have to coerce the player to turn off their light to look at it in the dark to then find out what it is or something. So it's like you're playing with their fears of the dark. Could be pretty cool, you know. So yeah, it's either that or we do have a second idea. That's some next gen comic bookage. Thanks for your input, joke. Yeah, no, I think it is a cool idea, and either way I want to do it. Who's got a foot fetish? No, let's put this down. Right, keep getting distracted. Yeah, so next idea is something a bit more stereotypically gamey. What did Mr. T. Layton say? The comic book idea sounds awesome. Thanks, Mr. T. Layton. I mean, I think the head of year really wants us to do it. When you weren't there, Tabs, he came up to us and he was just like, hello. And then he gave us the business card of the woman who made the Little Mermaid. So to be fair, we've got a contact that we could contact.
True.
And he was just like showing us the demo of it and stuff. And he was like, it'd be so cool. Cause
it was really cool. It was literally like a little postcard.
Yeah,
put your phone on it. It was so cool. Like Little Mermaid popped up.
The only thing is though, the other thing with this is like I don't need it because last year I didn't really ask for any help. No, but I mean, no one has done AR.
Yeah, that's true.
None of our lecturers know AR. None of them have like done it before, so it's going to be another proper like dive in the dark. You know, they don't even know what dependencies we need. I don't know what devices we need. We'll have to decide what we're using. It's going to be pretty much exactly the same as last time in that sense. And because it's on mobile, there will be restrictions. So, you know, we're going to have the same problems as last time where Tabs is going to have to worry about poly counts. And I mean, so will you, but as a character, you want to make your character look really sleek, right? And I'm guessing... How did you guys find that actually last year? Developing for mobile?
I mean, it was just only really the size for me, like as in like the way it looked. Like
I guess for you it wasn't so bad because it only had one room.
Yeah. For like a character's like very delicate. So.
But like when I was making a dress, it ended up looking a bit square because I couldn't add all like the divisions in it to make it look more circular.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't afford to.
And you just said that you wanted to get out of this year.
Yeah,
with
more polished.
more polished
yeah.
models, and you haven't really had a chance to make them yet, have you?
No.
See, the more I think about this idea, the more I'm like, I think it's awesome. I just want us to get out what we want to get out of this year.
Yeah.
So okay. Anyway, what these people say. Foot fetish. YagmanX. I can't comprehend how complicated it must be to design and code, etc. It's just like anything. You learn to do anything. So second idea. And I was talking to... I'm so bored. She's like, I've heard these ideas so many times. I was talking to Rafara about this actually the other day. Rafara is my housemate, if you guys didn't know. I live with film students, but these are my game team girls. Awkward. Yeah, so I was like talking to Rafaro about the ideas, and she already knew about the AR comic one because that was obviously the first one we came across. But then I've got this other idea to do with virtual reality, because we haven't really played around with making a kind of game yet. Like we made
exploring it sort of thing.
Yeah, like we made
around.
the Google Cardboard game,
Yeah.
but you know that was still very, I guess, artistic indie where you couldn't actually walk around.
Yeah, you're just static.
Yeah, it was static. It was mobile, so it was very like low polished. Yeah. Sorry guys, you don't know what we're talking about. That will come out in October. Yeah, can't you wait? Like, oh yeah, it's low polished, it's low poly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good. No, I'm pretty proud of what we were able to do with the restrictions and with the fact that our lecturers haven't even done that before.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm pretty happy with what we made. And they were too, to be fair. So, yeah. But we haven't had a chance to just, like, actually make a game. Like, an actual game. So, I'd still love VR. And then the thing is, Andy is really trying hard to... We've only got one VR room. But he's trying hard to kind of make it fair on everyone, so everyone gets a good...
Yeah.
And then I was talking to him and I was like, what was it like last year when a lot of people were doing VR? Were they fighting for the room? And then he made a good point. He's like, a lot of people bought their own VR headsets, which I cannot afford.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to get a PC, but I can't afford a headset as well. But then he was like, you know, you don't always need to be in that room to code. You just need to like do the code, and then you can still see the demo through the Unity demo window, and then you just test it on the VR headset during the week. So, I mean, it could be a possibility. And the thing with that is, it's less accessibility for these guys because everyone has a phone, but not everyone has a VR headset. But also, even if we did do AR, we would probably have to choose between AR Kit and Google Core. So it'd either be Apple or Google. And even with the Google Core, I think it only actually properly works with Pixel phones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does it?
Dan mentioned something about that.
Yeah. Like, properly works. It might work on other ones, but I know... Because obviously the Pixel phone is a Google phone. So, I mean, it's not going to be massively accessible anyway. And you guys won't have to worry. I want you guys to come out with, you know, what you are really proud of this year, not just like, oh, it runs really well on a mobile phone. You know, it's like things that you actually look at and be like, I made this is really good. And I don't want you to have too many restrictions this year, so you can just go ham. Go ham, guys. And then the VR idea would be, I don't want to explain it too much, it's the only thing, because I was talking to Rafaro how it's that perfection idea, but how I've got a video trailer and then a website link, and then in the website has the secrets, and then the game goes along with that. And she was like, whoa, you've already marketed it. And I was like, yeah, I've got like a whole marketing plan for this game. I don't think VR will take off properly for years, unfortunately, but it's probably the same as AR, right? Because they're both very early stages, and
I don't know, like Pokemon Go was AR.
yeah, but how many people got bored after a couple of months?
True,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
did.
That was like big when it came out. I don't know.
Of course, but also I think it was only big because it was Pokemon.
yeah,
Because the team behind it, who made Pokemon, it wasn't Nintendo. It was another one.
yeah.
Like they got in there, and they'd already made exactly the same game, and they'd been running it for like a year or so. No one was playing it. The only reason why people started to play that game was because Pokemon.
Yeah.
And how many people were like, this is balls. So many. They were like, we can't even battle. This isn't real. Oh, I don't know. Like, I do think AR is really cool, and I do really like the idea of an AR book. I just don't want us to get to the end of the year and be like, oh, we still haven't actually made a game. It's
I
just
think
like,
they're both good ideas though.
oh, I don't know. It's so
It's hard
difficult.
though.
But yes, the VR game, what will be special about that is not only obviously the fact it's VR, but we want it to be based around horror because we're all horror fans. And maybe we'll have to research and play some horror games. But I wanted to make people feel like they're involved in the horror game. So I wanted to link it up to people's social media accounts and then use their data from their social media accounts. So pull in their profile pictures from Facebook, and get their like friendship profiles, like their friend lists and stuff. Like I was thinking, it could be things where they like have a letter and it's from their actual friend, or they like hear someone die in the room next to them, and they look at the name on the wall of like who's next to their room, and it's their friend.
Creepy.
And they've just had their friend die. Yeah, like I don't know, all these like crazy things. But I really just want it. Like I've wanted for ages, because I've seen interactive videos use it. And then I was talking to my developing coding lecturer, and he was like, oh, that's so interesting because I know that can be done, but I haven't heard anyone speak about it in that way before. And I was like, what, you can do it? And he's like, yeah, the other day I had a material and I was pulling in people's Google profiles and using their profile pictures as the material, and I was like, oh my god, that's like exactly what I want to do. And I've never seen a game do that, and I know that's really like far-fetched. Both ideas are totally new, I think. Well, kind of new, yeah. But I mean, also the fact that he's managed to do that makes me feel a bit better, because I'm like, at least one of my lecturers has actually got the experience,
exactly.
of pulling in someone's profile picture from their social media profiles and using it in a game. That's freaking awesome. And then all I have to do is sit down with him and pick his brain. I wanted to do that today, but he was off ill. Say what? Come to uni and the lecturers bunk off. Happens far too often. We weren't even back in uni for 2 weeks, and we've already missed 2 lessons because the lecturers were ill. But yeah, no, it makes me feel like a bit better because he knows how to do that. So I feel like
he could help us.
yeah. And I was prototyping it the other day, wasn't I?
Yeah.
I managed to pull in my profile picture. It's like, oh, who's that sexy bitch?
God.
No, it was difficult though. Facebook's hard to tap into, but I mean, yeah. So every social media has got their own like API. You just use that. You just ask them to sign in to their Facebook or Instagram, whatever account it is. Google's the easiest. It's more open source, and then use that. But then I just have to talk to Dan about it and like how. Yeah, I think it would be easy because you just have this and it'd be like, if they are signed in, then apply profile picture, or get profile picture and apply that. Unless use default picture, which will be like Tab's face. Like it works in my head, and we've got a whole year for this. Oh,
Yeah.
oh guys, I don't know. But yeah, basically. we have until Monday to actually decide on the AR or the VR game, and then start getting at it. So if you guys have any preference, then let us know. I'm just thinking, what will we get? Right, what will we get out of the AR game? Out of the AR game, we'll get better at concept art.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, we'll get better at 2D art.
We'll have like assets and characters.
Yeah. I think also we'll get better at animation. There'll be a lot of animation involved.
True.
You'll still be doing your 3D models, but you'll be doing it with the restriction of a mobile phone interface.
With that said, if we said we weren't going to do realistic again, so
So we can like sort of.
if it was cartoony, it wouldn't need to be so high poly.
That's true. So like
Yeah,
that's in
but-
our favour, maybe.
Is that what you want to come out with though? Because you said you wanted to come out with some like proper polished 3D models.
True. I just don't want to do really realistic again.
No, I thought it was good. Real realistic stuff. It's hard, but then with the VR, it would be interactive. Like you'd be able to walk through it. Like
Yeah.
it would be like using their fears against them in a way
Yeah, like because
through
basically
social media, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Like, because we were
It's
talking to
hard.
our newest lecturer, and he used to work on Silent Hill Shattered Memories. You weren't here. And he was saying how they tried to do this thing where they would get to know the player and ask them questions, and then change. You were there.
Yeah, I sat right next to you. Yes. Tiff wasn't there.
You weren't there. One of you wasn't there. So did you know this or not?
I think he did mention it though, just briefly.
Ah,
He didn't
okay.
talk about it though.
Yeah. So he would basically they would change the monsters due to like the player's fear. I think that's like a really cool ass idea. Like to change the game based on it's basically you're psychoanalyzing your player. And that's pretty cool, and it goes along with the narrative that I've made with the marketing idea, like which I can't tell you just in case we do it, because that's all a secret. Oh, it's so difficult. Then everyone else is just like they're just on it, and we need to choose now. I mean, to start like proper storyboarding, making prototypes, making 3D models, everything else. So yeah. If we did the AR, we would come up with concept art, a physical book. We'd have to look into doing a physical book as well. We'd have to choose Apple or Google. We'd do low poly stuff and animation, a lot of animation. And then, but with VR, it would be more like atmospheric. We'd be able to make a more game type game, if that makes sense, because we haven't done that yet. Like, I remember I was, like, dreaming, and I was dreaming of this atmosphere where you wake up in this room and this light's flickering on. It felt like a game. And then I was like, I want to make a game! I was like, wait, I'm in a games course! I was like, why haven't I made a game yet? I've just been making all these, like, artsy-fartsy things. But, you know, like, Bioshock, like, the atmosphere that you feel in that, and, like, how the dread that you feel even though nothing's really happening, it's just the atmosphere and the flickering lights, and that's fun. Ugh, but anyway, let's see what people were saying. Oh Jesus.
See.
Yeah, I need glasses.
It'll be useful to learn the VR stuff so that when it does take off, she'll be really good with it. Yagi could make a sick horror game, but also fun, chilled games too. Both ideas sound really awesome, to be honest. What up, fam? Hi, Tom. I am sure whatever you end up going with, it'll be great. You are a talented, hard-working bunch. Hi, Tom. Hi, Tom. Thanks, guys. So basically, they're like, do either or, and both of them are good. Oh, damn. We're just going to have to properly, like...
think about it.
Yeah. I just think maybe we're going to have to... Should we do it now? Should we make a list? Like... pros and cons. Should we make a list?
Yeah,
right,
why not?
Okay, pro and con list. Right, I'll be back. Things are good for the heart. The more you eat, the more you fart.
Lovely, yes. Okay.
Right. That's right. Okay, so this page, let's do it over here. This page is the AR game. And then this page is the VR game. This don't say anything. 4 people, thanks for sticking around. It's cute, this is our first stream. Okay, so this is the plus, this is the negatives. Okay, this is the plus, this is the negatives. What should we start with, AR or VR?
AR.
AR?
Go for it.
Okay. Give me a plus!
Different. Yeah, it's very unique compared to other
That's
people.
true. Unique. Unique. So in a way, because it's unique, it'll probably be what's the word? Like not much competition. You know, if I mean like if we were gonna try and sell this or whatever, like because not a lot of people are doing AR, more people would be interested in it. Not exactly prime time, yeah, true, but you know, screw it. It's just after uni. You need to get back. It takes Tiffany a few hours to get home from here, so I'm gonna have to drive her back to the train station.
No, don't worry about it.
No, I will. I will.
No,
I'm
don't.
gonna make you walk from here.
It's fine.
No,
You
I'm
get your sleep.
driving you.
No.
No, drive you back.
You're
Right.
not.
Shh.
No, you should.
What on the live stream?
Yeah. Arguing on the live stream. So yeah, not
Okay.
much competition. I guess so. The
Oh.
negative is low poly.
Yeah.
Low poly. Okay, the plus is so I'm gonna say more
Accessibility?
accessible
Yeah.
with a question mark. Because it depends on what we use. Because like for instance, if we use Google Core, I think it is only the Pixel phones, but there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. However, if we use just a bog standard one, there's not as many cool things we can do with it, but it's more accessible. So
Oh, I
we
see, I
still
see.
have more options.
Yeah.
So-
okay.
More options on the low. Will be better at concept and better
Story writing. Are you gonna?
at. That's
have a
true.
Narrative?
That's true. I want to be known as a storyteller, so you know. Better at concepts, better at 3D modeling. No. Animation, that's all. Animation. And then storytelling. Also, it could be easy to market afterwards. Mum, Dad, don't fight. AR more accessible than VR. Yeah, it all depends, Tom, on what we choose. So, like, if we could choose the AR kit or the Google Core. Google Core's pretty cool, but it seems to only work on Pixel phones. AR kit works on all the Apple stuff, but not the Google stuff. These are all what I have to look into as the game designer. So, yeah, low poly, more options. Still not a game. But it is unique. It's
Yeah.
different. Ugh,
What about the books?
so
Having
difficult.
the
Oh yeah.
materials. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
true
if you were
that,
to
true
market
that.
it,
Yeah, we have
they'll
to
need a book in order to play.
make a physical book. We have a clear page for our stuff, if that makes sense. So we can put like extra pages at the back of the comic book, one for all of us, and then all of our little 3D models and environments can pop up.
Okay.
So it's like a
Yeah.
portfolio.
That's true. That's good.
Copying my answers, Yaz, what the fuck, man? Huh? What did I say? I'm here because I'm bedbound by an intense hangover. I hope the night went well, Joker. Not exactly prime time. Alright, yeah. I've already read these. Okay. Back to this. Okay. Any more negatives? So, making a physical book. Still not a game. More options. Low poly. Harder to create an atmosphere.
Yeah, that would be true.
Because it would tell a story, but it wouldn't be the same as like an immersive VR experience. But I kind of like the idea of using like lighting and stuff like that. But then I think you can use that in the AR kit, but you can only really do that in the Google Core. So again, accessibility. Anyway, we've already made one game with accessibility in mind.
True.
Which is the one that I will be sharing with you at the end of October. So it's like, do we want to put that first again? Because I still haven't even shared the first game. Okay. Oh, damn it. Right, VR game.
It's more
We've done
immersive.
it before, so
Atmospheric.
you can be familiar with it in a way.
I guess, yeah. More familiar. It's so it would be personalized to the player using their social media accounts.
Yeah.
So in a way, still unique,
Yeah.
but just
of course.
not in the whole AR sense.
Yeah.
Still unique concept.
You'll get the atmosphere there as well.
Atmospheric. Less restrictions. Less technical restrictions. So we don't have to worry about frame rate and stuff like that. You can make high poly models. You can use ZBrush. Because you couldn't use ZBrush before, remember? Would you want to use ZBrush?
No?
I don't know if it's. I'll try it out. But
Do you want to use ZBrush? Like, do you like using ZBrush when you make your 3D models?
Yeah, it's okay.
Depends
I don't
what
know.
you need it for, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Does depend. I think it's more like relevant to character.
Well,
It depends really though. Depends what you're trying to.
if you want to
Trying to
make something
achieve.
textured, like
Yeah.
really realistically textured, or just
Mm.
like have an interesting
Like
look to it,
pattern.
yeah,
of course,
then obviously
yeah.
you need your
You can definitely ZBrush that.
high poly bakes, your low poly bakes, all that crap. Okay. Able to use ZBrush. Negatives.
Guess For us, if we're developing it at uni and everything, we'd have to book out the room.
Oh yeah, that's true. To test and stuff.
Book out VR room. Yeah. VR room.
Would that mean like I should just code and then test it?
Yeah. Yeah. This is better at modelling. Sorry guys, this must be so boring for you.
Don't worry about it.
No, them.
Oh, I was wondering.
Hopefully not you. There's 6 people watching, Jesus. The night was great, but I forgot I had uni this morning. Wow, this is like a behind the scenes exclusives. Yeah, this is exactly it. And then I'll do like a follow-up video. But yeah, these are behind the scenes. So we'd have to book out the VR room. Less accessible. Less accessible. I'm guessing we'll probably use the Vive. I don't know.
Yeah, really doesn't
Any
seem.
more negatives? What, like, for negatives here, we had low poly, more options. Also, there's more options here too. Because
Yeah,
we'd have
of
to
course.
choose like what VR headset and stuff. More options. And then still not a game is there, so I guess this is like kind of less unique in a way, unless I was definitely able, and I have been able to personalize it to the player with the social media. Less unique, but social media though.
Yeah, we can make it, you know.
Oh yeah. Harder to create atmosphere. Easier to create atmosphere. Any more negatives you can think of? This one would probably cost us money,
Yeah, that's true.
the AR game, because we want to make the comic book,
Yeah, that's
obviously. And then we'd want a copy, obviously, to show employers in the future.
Yeah,
So we'd have to make 3 at least.
that's true.
I don't know how much that would be. Was sick in the uni toilets immediately after lecture. Joker, what the I don't think I've ever done that in uni. I am such a goody two shoes. Well, I'm glad you had a good night, Joker. Okay, so this has got AR games got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pluses. VR game has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pluses.
Oh, great.
VR game has 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives, and AR game has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 negatives. So difficult.
Oh.
Help! What do you? Do you guys
does
have a
anyone
preference?
That's exactly
Is that what
I
you're
was
gonna say? I like.
Oh.
I like want to do both like so bad
Like,
because I know I'll, if I finish this whole 3 years and I haven't made a game, I'll be kicking myself. But at the same time, the AR comic book thing sounds awesome, and I've wanted to make a comic book for the longest time.
I mean, in terms of you wanting to make a game, you wanted to make a game, VR would be a great way. I don't know. I think I am slightly, after like hearing everything being spoke about, yeah, I'm swaying towards the VR now. Like, comic book is great, it is great.
Would you say VR as well?
Oh, but it's hard though. It's
Okay. We're swaying.
And are you swaying? No.
No, I am. I'm swaying like a swing though. To be fair, we just literally do need to just choose. Have we chosen VR?
Yeah.
Okay! VR it is!
I'm excited to make it though.
Yeah, we're making VR.
Yeah, you
VR,
definitely want to.
horror game, social media integration. Yeah,
Just
screw it.
think
Let's
it'd
do
be
it.
Yeah.
easier.
Next week, we're gonna start on our VR game. I'm gonna,
Okay.
and then screw it. Like, we have the AR book as a backup. So, like, maybe if in a month we're like, actually, no, we can always go back.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, a month isn't that much missed out.
Well, yeah, we'll do it. We can do it.
Well, there are people that, like, last year who started making games and then changed them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. They did
last
that
year they did
later
do
on.
that. And thing is with us, like, if we start making models or whatever for the VR game, and then we choose actually no, we want to make the AR thing, all you have to do is just make it a bit more low
Different.
poly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Joker's like, wow, they've chosen.
Yeah.
I think we have. What do you think? Game wise, VR would be better. I would pick the one you'd have more of a passion for. That's very hard to say, especially to someone like me who's passionate about
you're
everything.
very
Miracles have happened here, ladies and gentlemen. You are here to witness. You were here. Hey guys. Hey Becca. I thought I was gonna miss the stream. So glad I'm here now. We're about to finish because we chose. Oh, we chose. VR
happy?
game, guys. VR. Yay.
Yay.
I'm
At
ill.
least that's out of the way. You can rest now.
Yeah.
My back is killing me.
Such a headache.
Okay, and now we just gotta like think. I just need to think of the story more. I've got a rough idea. It's gonna be horror.
Definitely.
Okay, right. So it's time to take you home, and then I need my
No.
nap.
No.
Yeah, no, I am going
No,
to.
you're not.
Oh,
You're in
dude.
bed.
Someone's asked for a +1 at my event. It's like, tell me before! I'm running out. I've already ran out of spaces. But we'll find out.
Oh, at least you have loads of people going.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the amount of people
crazy.
that's coming to the event. me. Okay, I'm sure a +1 should be fine. Choices have been made. Yeah. Yeah. I can't go back now. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
Thank you for watching us concept our idea. We will keep you updated. We'll try and do this, I don't know, bi-weekly,
Yeah.
at least once a monthly, and then I will follow up with little videos. They won't be as polished as the ones on the YagmanX channel, because I'm going to be running 2 now. But this is primarily just for you to like follow us on our little gaming journey and see how we make a game from start to finish. So this is the very start. Huh?
Peace out.
Peace out.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day or evening. I hope you have fun with it. I'm sure you'll do amazingly. Thank you. Well,
Thank
you'll be following us. It's gonna be a year-long process. It's gonna be good.
Bye.
Okay. Like, I'm already thinking. Right, goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, wait, let's say goodbye to them. Bye, Joker. Bye,
See you
Mr. T.
later.
Layton. Bye, Aidenus. Bye,
Yasmin,
Becca.
subscribe.
Bye, Yasmin. Subscribe.
I can't read the names. I've got my glasses on.
That's fair enough. Thanks for watching. Oh my god, we've been doing this for an hour. Bloody, it took us an hour to choose. Okay, right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.